All right, happy full moon in Gemini. This is the full moon tarot reading. We have 3 piles to pick from, but what I'm doing right now is I am shuffling this right here. I already pulled my cards, but I want to shuffle and pick a card. Thought that would be fun. Let me readjust. I'm going to readjust a little bit. I don't know if that helped any. Kind of feel like it did. Ooh, I want to flip over. So what I'm going to do for fun, I'm like just being creative. I'm going to pull one card that gives the overall message for this full moon in Gemini. Let's chat. The last full moon of the calendar year 2021, right? December 18th, energy of the full moon in Gemini, air sign Gemini. The moon is furthest away, I believe, and it was the longest night or longest full moon of the year, right? And right now is a great time that I didn't mention in the astrology video, but it's a great time to think about fasting around the winter solstice. So definitely get with your nutritionist, do your research, you know, but the 21st of December or the 20th, it depends on the year, right? If you want to go by the true calendar. But even yesterday, I didn't feel like eating a lot. I didn't feel like eating a lot in the full moon, but we're tapping into that full moon energy. We can still feel it today. Very powerful, even though today the moon is in Cancer today. And I was feeling that whole compassionate and love vibe yesterday from Venus. This popped out. Okay, so just be mindful of your battles. If you're going through a hard time, taking those hits, definitely, you know, tap into that power of that 9. Okay, and just know that things will get better, right? I feel like that's the message. This stone popped out first, dream, and it was so funny because I was writing something that had the word dream in it earlier today, and I think it's like the message was like stepping out of the dream mode, you know, where you can think creatively, and especially if you're a perfectionist, you'll feel like you'll never get anything done or as much as you normally would, because you get trapped in this everything has to be perfect mode. And sometimes things just have to get done. It doesn't have to be perfect, because the special message is there and the special message will come out. So what hit me when I was making this video, let me finish that thought. So the dream is stepping out of the dream and your ideas and making it reality. So I feel like that's what it means for me. So if you connect to that, then great. So whatever dream state you're in, you know, stepping out of that and making things reality, I think that is positively powerful. Okay, so let me shuffle one card that has a strong message for this full moon in Gemini. Okay, connecting to, and this Page of Wands has been popping out too. It was in my own personal pulling. So let's tap into for everyone, okay? Especially if you have Gemini strong in your chart, you'll, you know, be connected to this moon, but this Gemini moon is for everyone, right? The way we communicate to ourselves, the way we communicate to others. The Page of Swords just popped out just now. So we're picking one card that represents a strong message for this full moon in Gemini, and us going into the new calendar year, and then like a few weeks after that, the new lunar year. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Okay, and of course spring. So here we go. What's the one positive card message for this full moon in Gemini? All right, so I'm gonna like put it under here, and I think I kind of saw it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Okay, I'll come back to that maybe after. So I'm gonna move this card over here, and we have card 1 is the playing cards, and I'm gonna read those. I'm not gonna read them like the gypsy cards. I'm gonna read them like the 12 position cards, the Celtic knot, if you will. Okay, And that has a rose quartz on it. So if you feel like you need self-love, kind of a love message reading, that's what I'm going to read that one as. Setting the intention for that. So if you want that, you got that for the full moon, right? And then we have faith right here. And the top card, a special message. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. And we all are part of some big cosmic kind of life force, reincarnated storyline. So that one's faith. If you feel like you need some more faith in yourself, we get some faith messages. I'll pull on that. I'll probably even mix it up, not with this card. I've got to reach for whatever card I do have. I'll mix it up with this card too for you guys. I'll try to remember that. Let me take it out now. So just sit back, relax. We've already arrived. So I'll mix it up with this one. So let me put it right here. Give you guys an extra one for if you need faith. And then this one's all about peace, right? And this was one of the words that came up in a writing I was doing today. So peace. So if you feel like you just need more peace, and that could, you know, translate into many things. If you're looking for peace, maybe you're looking for balance in anywhere in your life where peace will come in and kind of balance things out. So that would be for you. So let me move peace over here. I'm working with this space right now, y'all. And I'm going to move this one over here. Okay. So now we have, one second. So our first reading we have is the rose quartz, right? So special reading for love. Whoever connected to this first pile, we call it pile number 1 for love, the love pile. We're just going to start this reading. Let me get my paper. Okay. So the 1 is going to represent in this reading your present moment and any kind of maybe leadership issues that you need to kind of address for yourself. Okay, so let me do this. All right, so that's what this is going to represent, the 1. And there's many different like layouts of like, hey, what does 1 represent, you know? But for me, I like that 1 represents your present moment, which is traditionally what it is. You know, 1 will represent your present moment. It could represent, let's leave it at that. It will represent your present moment. Okay, the current situation right now. Okay. For love reading, present situation for love reading for anyone that's watching this is timeless. Full moon in Gemini, but it could also be a timeless reading for whoever this video catches, okay? Your current situation right now is traveling in the near future for you, okay? So this is representing traveling in the near future for you. Maybe you want to travel, maybe someone wants to travel to you, okay? And I'll do another video on this. I get like so many ideas, it's crazy. Okay, so this could represent also being the clubs, a male energy. They could be in the south direction, or they want to go to the south direction. Okay, they're probably doing a lot of spiritual work where it's on their spirit, right? They probably have a lot of fire energy in them. This person could either be this sign or have a strong placement for all the 3, any of the 3 fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? If this person has a strong Sagittarius, they've been going through a rough year because Sagittarius is in the south node, or a challenging year, or changes, okay? They're trying to find their happiness. This is associated with the color yellow, so they could be looking for something like, you know, anything that represents yellow, right? They are naturally a creative person, and they're very action-oriented and very passionate. And they're associated with the rods or the staff, you know, the wands in the tarot deck, okay? So the challenge is the Queen, a sophisticated woman who loves to party and gossip. So this is someone that's more fun and outgoing, and she is a spade, right? It also represents a male energy in the northern direction. So this feminine energy could be very masculine in her own way, very much in her mind, an air sign, okay, or has a strong air placement, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And indigo is the color, so very much spiritual, third eye, very psychic, very intuitive about thoughts and into challenges. And in her power, she's very observant and represented, of course, by the sword in the tarot deck, the blades, or the athame, another word for the sword. Okay, so this is the challenge, and this could bring balance if you could work out this situation. This could bring more balance to your life, right? So this is the way I like to do it. I like to put it here instead of the top. I like to go around in a clockwise motion. Okay, so let's look at this now. Now what could ground you is this Ace of Diamonds, and the diamonds is representing a female energy. Okay, so something is important about the eastern direction that could give you balance. So something happened either in the eastern direction or in the east that wasn't stable, so it could give balance. And this is a very earth energy, okay, and it's about the home. So something about the home is not balanced, so it brings about an important message. Okay, it brings about relating to your business, love and business. Okay, so something is affecting money and business in this relationship that caused like an issue. Okay, and it and the person or the energy could be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn that had to do with this issue, and it had to do with money. Okay, health, wealth, so a job, some kind of situation. So it could be two different situations that could have an earth sign involved in it. Okay, and this is just like a money issue situation. Now the way I like to read this here is, this is your power, but this is also what could bring you stability. So there was some kind of issue with Taurus, okay, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. And it doesn't have to be just on your side, it could be on the other person's side too. Okay, so for this, I consider this a third. Okay, so this is like what is considered, can give you stability. All right, now let's go to the past. Okay, so in the past position, this is like the recent past, and this can offer you discipline, because whatever happened to you in the distant past, it was something that you can learn from now and be disciplined about it. So the past was about some kind of upcoming event, trying to have a romantic connection, but there's some kind of issue with a visitor being there. Someone was getting asked out or getting asked to go somewhere. There was some kind of big event coming up, or a wedding, or some kind of big important business issue, right? And this had a lot to do with a female energy, a lot to do with the heart. This person could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, right? So this could be either within yourself or someone that you know off that sign that might not be directly involved, but was involved in some way, intentionally or unintentionally. Okay, and that was the past. Now what you can keep in mind is a very kind of grounded earth energy, where we have this diamond is coming in again, and it was about a lot of indecisiveness regarding money. And when there's indecisiveness with money, it's also with work and everything else that goes along with it, right? And it was leading to arguments and even kind of legal issues in some case, right? So some of this legal issue or argument is just different situations, right? And just trying to figure things out for yourself, and it could also be the other person trying to figure something out. The future, okay, has to do a lot with love, okay? Definitely the western direction, okay? So this has to do with a lot of emotions because it's a water energy again. And it has to do with partnership and friendship. There's some issues of a spouse, unfaithfulness. This, the future, it might be about talking about it or experiencing enemies at work, a promise broken, someone that's undependable, and this person will let you down. So if you're thinking of trusting this person again, you're going to have the issue of your own enemies at work, but you're going to have broken promises. Really look into the spouse friendship relationship if you can really feel like you can trust this person again. All right. So, yeah. Now let's look at the 7th position, right? The 7th position is any kind of factors that's affecting the situation right now. This can offer you wisdom, but also traditionally, this is about your own self, your own perception of yourself. How do you view yourself? Okay. So this one is more like a warning. Okay. This is a air kind of element and is warning you regarding the impact, things that will impact you at work, your finances. And this is something that's like fated to happen, like it's fate. So, just be very cautious of how you deal with people at work because, that's just life balances, right? So just be mindful of how you interact with others, what you say, and how you conduct yourself when it regards work. And it's also working on your relationship too. So I feel like the energy of working on your relationship, you have to be mindful of how you view yourself, and how you view yourself is going to affect how you respond in that relationship. Now, the 8th position is about any kind of external influences. This can also be like a connection and to your karma of this situation. So outside influences, it's letting you know not to do something that you'll regret, right? So, like a third wheel, don't involve people into your business too much. Like figure it out for yourself. A lot of indecisions coming up. Lack of commitment in the relationship. So make sure that this person, this situation is not being influenced by others on your part. On the other person's part, you really can't control that. Okay? So it's just being mindful of that. It has to definitely do with the heart. Love, your empathy, and your emotions. Now the 8th position, or the 9th position, is your hopes and your fears. Okay, and you want to feel like a completion in this spot. Okay. This one's also like action and advice, and the advice is coming from the King of Hearts. So there's lots of hearts already in here, right? The King of Hearts is a very influential male energy, romantic, affectionate, so emotional. So a father figure or a father. So even if this person's hard to get along with, there's some good there, and there's some connection there. So you have to see if you're willing to give that a second chance, a second go. So the 10th card, I want to go back to this king. So it's like, topsy-turvy. Seems like a lot of outside influences are at play, but the king is still fighting for a slot. It looks like. Okay, the 10th final card, and I like to give 11 cards, but this one I have 12, so I'm going to do a 12, okay? So the one of 3 final messages, because usually the 10th card is the final message. Sometimes it's the 11th card in Latin readings, but I'm going to do three final messages. Union of the heart, time with loved one, real love. So there might be a reconnection with the person that you love, a reunion, and see how it goes. Let's see how that go. Okay, dangerous temptation, upset, misfortune, air and element here. Okay, so there might be some things to work out, okay, that you need to work out. Let's see. Financial change, maybe a positive change, new job, or a negative change, unexpected expenses. Okay, so when it comes to money, it seems that if there's an issue with money, even if there's no real person to blame, or there is. It's like just working it out and coming up with a new plan and a better plan with this diamond, this earth balancing energy of diamond, okay? So I think that's really positive message. It's like ups and downs, but it seems like circumstances that just happened, that just kind of took over, and then things just got chaotic, out of control from there. So I almost forgot I'm pulling an extra card. So any extra meaning on this love? We got the Knight that fell out. Let me pull 2 more extra readings on this love reading. Oh my gosh, this card wants to pop out so bad. Okay. All right. Look at that. Oh man, really? So you have the Knight of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Cups is very charismatic, very charming, leading up to the King of Cups. So this Knight of Cups is very good with words and is really going to be trying to actually go after what their desires are. So their intent could be what they want now and not really genuine, maybe apology or genuine working things out. They might just be thinking about what they want, and they might be thinking of moving. So it could be a good thing where they are sincere and wanting to go after whatever goals you both want, and maybe moving to a new space will be very helpful in that. Anything else about what the intention is and why the moving? Okay, so what is the true intention here? Okay, the true intention is victory, to win. Okay, to have a good celebration, to have things work out. Okay, so I feel like that's good. Okay, what's the true goal? What's the true nature of the goal? Okay, the goal is to realize that there's good times and bad times, ups and downs, but they want to make things better. Okay, what's the purpose of the move? What's the purpose of the move? What's the purpose of the move? The purpose of the move is to go get on a new journey, to go on a new path. Okay, and you know, the wands have been coming up a lot, so I really feel like the wands have a real strong message, because before I start reading, I do things, right, like get in preparation for it. So I feel like they want to move towards fun times, ideas, and planning. Okay, just being very enthusiastic, good intention. So they want things to be better. All right, so that's a really good love reading. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you connected to that. I think that was really good. It's showing a lot of progress. Okay, it's kind of like really working things out and really being genuine. And if you feel like, hey, this is genuine, then great. And maybe put up some type of protection, whenever there's a second chance or whatever chance, there has to be some kind of deep conversation or understanding. So I feel like that's there. Okay, so I'm going to just shuffle this lightly, and we're going to go on to the second deck. I'm trying to remember what the second deck is. I used that card. I think I was supposed to use it for the faith. So I think the faith reading is next, right? So we have the faith reading that is next. That was good. So get something to drink, kick back, relax. And we already see the faith card here. We talked about I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. So we are all connected. There's no way of not seeing a card on this, because it's printed on the front of the back. If you have this card deck, you know that. Or if you watch my other videos, you've seen this one. All right, so the faith one, thank you, love energy. We have the faith, okay? So what do you need faith in? Yourself, your life, things working out good, some kind of positive energy, right? Oh, I thought I wasn't recording. Oh my gosh. I looked at the screen and I was like, what? No way, that was so good. I didn't record it. What? No, okay. So I'm going to read these and just pull them like in a row. Okay, so let's still see Faith here because I think I like to see the words, okay? So for Faith, what's the message for anyone that picked this deck about Faith? We want some positive vibes here about Faith. All right, so we just want to connect to the message here. All right. Okay, I open myself to all good. Okay, I open myself to all good. And this is like really such a positive message because, you know, our minds can get carried away with, that's so funny, it ended on the harmonious one. See that? Our mind can be so filled with negative thoughts if we're worried about things. Sometimes it'll just slip in for some of us that, you know, we don't have negative thoughts all the time, but if you do have a negative thought, you can replace it and just say, you know, I am open to all good. Especially if you feel like, you know, you have a hard decision to make and it seems like that could be the issue, okay? Let's look at another message. I rejoice in my creative energy. Yeah, so sometimes when you're feeling down, all you have to do is say, okay, I need to be more creative. How can I be more creative? Sometimes it's doing something different or fun or creative to kind of get yourself in that good vibe, that good thought thinking. You know, good things will come to me. Good things are coming to me. You know, I open myself to all good. I rejoice in the fact that I am creative. I have a creative energy, even if it's not pretty. You know, crayon, color, paint. Do something that you like from your childhood that is fun. Okay, let's see what another message is. Okay. Oh, it wants to come out. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. And just a reminder that, you know, we're not alone. You know, I think of that Michael Jackson song, the MJ song, you know, you are not alone, you know, like, you know, I am here with you. So it's like a really positive way to think that, you know, even if you love your alone time, you like being by yourself, you're not alone. You know, none of us are alone. We are surrounded by people that love and care about us. We control our narrative. We can switch it up whenever we want and just think positive things. And whenever you feel like you're alone, you just pull in on that positive energy, you know, working with the elements, you know, earth, air, fire, water. Take a deep breath, you know, air. Find out what your strongest element is. That's, you know, that could be the element you're born under, of course. And then you have a second powerful element. So you have two, which create balance. Excuse me, I feel like yawning. All right, so very relaxed, and you know, that's just my body saying, okay, I resonate with that. That is true, right? Let's see what another message is. Ooh, this one wants to jump out. This one says, I forgive myself for any wrongdoing. And this is a message of just letting go. Another step towards feeling harmonious, feeling. I want to see the first card, you know, knowing that good things are coming to you. You want to let go of anything, any mistakes you've made. You know, don't hold yourself to that, because that's not where you are right now. You know, not holding yourself to that. I appreciate others for who they are. So this one really hits, because, you know, someone can be really wonderful, really helpful, but at the same time, you know, you can see where their faults are, and recognizing that we're not perfect ourselves, but appreciate others for who they are, and think of they're good more than what annoys you. And that frees you from stress as well, right? And I think that's positive, right? Very positive. All right, let's see. My gosh, the moment I say positive affirmation, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. Yes, that the moment that we start saying positive affirmations, and so many people do this and they don't even admit it, but this is why I love EFT tapping so much, and I love meditation and all of these different positive practices to do, is because these positive affirmation, they allow you to step up into your higher self. And we all have bad experiences where we can say, okay, this is a victim role, or this is a negative role. I don't like the thing of victim role. I'm more like you're messing with the wrong person role, right? And, you know, or you really need help, right? So I am no longer helpless, and you're never helpless. And just, if you ever felt that way, you can go back and give yourself that compassion, that love, that courage, that strength, right? Because whatever was happening there was wrong, you know? And you just acknowledge that and then own it and step into your own power, and recognizing, you know, that, especially if something that was hurtful towards you, that, hey, you know, that was not cool. And just know that you are powerful, and that, you know, every dog has their day. So, you know, if you felt wrong by something, that will come back to that person. It's not, you're not wishing it. It's just, that's the energy that they created for themselves. All right. So just reminding yourself that you're open to all the good things that's coming to you, and have faith in that. All right. Let's see what another message is. I know inwardly what is right for me. Okay, so deep inside, we know what is good for us. And I think I said this a few days ago too, which is, I know what's good for me. I know what's not good for me now. You know, at this point, I know what's not good for me. So at a certain point, you just know, hey, this is not good for me. And you know that deep within your being. Okay, that's really powerful. I really love that. All right, so let's look at two more. Okay, let's do two more. I really like that. What's another message? Because we're on this vibe of faith, having faith in ourselves, having faith that things will work out. And when we have faith, it's not like we're just sitting there doing nothing, right? Over the summer, I had a conversation with someone, or they had a conversation with me, and it's like stepping out of, you know, I think people get too, like, carried away and carefree with saying trusting the universe. You could know that the universe is working, but you are also the universe, so you have to do your part too. So some, you know, the old spiritual thinking of, it's kind of like giving up and being spiritual. I think of it. You don't just say, oh, I trust in the universe and things will just work out. You put your energy into it and keep going, and have a balance, have a very balanced spiritual thinking, but know that you are the universe, so you are controlling things as well. And then be open to receiving blessings and not being rigid to your plans. Be open to things popping in that's like a gift to you, and or like a better way of doing it, or maybe it's a better first step, and then the second step is your plan, but your plan was leading you to the actual first step. So you have to be able to trust your intuition and having faith, and know that good things are coming towards you, and don't block yourself, don't stand in your own way. Okay, so let's look at one more. I feel like that to me, I feel like what I just said resonated with someone. Like, I felt it even before you watched this video, so I just felt that. Okay, so what's the other message? I rise above all limitations. And I feel like this is an excellent message with, I open myself to all good. I feel that when we lift up our energy, because I feel down and then I lift myself back up. I'm like, okay, I feel down because I really care about this situation, you know. And I remember being in a training, and the person was like, everyone's nervous of making a mistake because you care about what you're doing. And that's true, but there's a whole other story to that about actually having better training, but still, you care, right? So, and another reason to be nervous is knowing that you don't have everything that you need to do something. So that's another part of nerves too, right? So be mindful of people kind of trying to gaslight you to get what they want from you, but at the same time, you are nervous, or whatever emotion you're feeling that isn't considered peaceful is because you care. So just remember that when you rise above these limiting thoughts or feelings, you're opening yourself up again to what led you on that positive or lucky opportunity is that you raised yourself above your limitation. You told yourself over and over again a mantra of, you know, I can do this. This is going to work, right? So I felt like that in itself was a very positive message, okay? So let's use the cards and say, okay, is there anything else? I feel like I should really shuffle this one from using it the last time, which I just realized, okay? So I believe I said I would use it for this one. So anything else from this card deck, you know, and this card deck is how to love yourself. So I think that was quite interesting. I was really feeling the Venus energy this full moon. So I guess it's coming through also in the card reading unknowingly. So what else from this faith reading? What else from this faith reading should this person receive? Okay, know that you know what you're doing. Know that you always have enough when it comes to money, or, you know, whatever is bringing you stability, right? Know that you are going to make the right choices and really thinking about what is best for you, okay? And once you feel good, it's like a new charge. You recharge yourself, right? You're recharging yourself. And know that there, you know, you might be feeling, okay, I really have to protect my money, or I have to protect what I feel is mine, but I want to be okay. I want to be okay, but right now I have to make this kind of, this plan, but I'm working on faith that moving forward things will work out. What else? What else? I like that someone says, what else? This one dropped out. So this is a reminder, if you're stepping forward in faith, also know that you can win. I'm going to mess this up. You can win the war, but, or win the battle, but lose the war, or whatever that is back, you know. So, yeah, if you can always feel that you're right about something, but there could be two people that are right about something too, right? So it's really approaching it in a very, it's hard to say balanced state with 5, but be mindful of how you're saying things, but be honest with how you feel. But also you have to be honest with yourself too. Okay, this popped out. If you do the 5 of Swords correctly, you will become the King of Pentacles. But you already know the path that you'll go on that will surely make you not be the King of Pentacles, right? So if you're having faith, you know how to word yourself in this 5 of Swords, because, you know, it's being cocky after you've done something that is upsetting to someone else. You won the fight, but doesn't mean that you're correct. And if you're feeling like, okay, yeah, I won, then you could be right, but then you could also be wrong too. So really know what your battle is, okay? So that's that reading. I hope you connected to that. I think that was really good. That was really interesting. Just remember that, you know, tell yourself, I open myself to all good, and that's your faith. So I think that's it for you right there. Bam, bam, bam. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Okay, what was the, okay, peace. We have peace now. Okay, let's put that baby back there. We have peace. You're looking for peace in your life. This is the reading for that. We have peace, okay? So, what do you want peace in your life? Whichever area in your life. I'm going to read this baby like I did the first reading, okay, in a spread. So how can you get more peace in your life? Let's state it that way. How can you get more peace in your life? What steps to take to get more peace in your life? Right? I feel like this reading is going to be this way. What steps should you take, or should I take? Right? Because you're watching it, so you're saying it to yourself. So what steps should I take to bring more peace into my life. More peace into my life. All right. So the first thing is to really work out your balance. I see that the tree of life is there. I see, you know, the high priestess is really balancing out what you know, okay, and how you're going to use it and how you're going to go about it. Let's make it real simple, okay? Balance out the high and the low within self, right? The challenge of that is maybe talking too much. Okay, it could be expressing yourself in a way that might not be to your best interest. Okay, what message are you bringing when you're talking? That's what the page is. It's a message, okay? And the swords are words. So, you know, be curious, and you can be as curious as you want, full of energy as you want, but it's how you're communicating to yourself and maybe to others, but you know, it's always a self-work first. How can you ground yourself, have a strong spiritual faith and belief in yourself? When we have the Ace of Cups, that's the divine card. The Ace is your potential as well, right? And another message of compassion, your emotions, and how close you are to yourself. So really get close to your faith, your spirituality, the goodness in your life. Really connect to that. Your past was about a lot of judgment, so either you judging yourself or you allowing others to judge you. So be mindful of judgment, okay? Now, what to keep in mind is know where you're going. Whenever the Emperor shows up, for me, it's always know where you're going, a major arcana for that. Have some kind of structure. Have some kind of, you know, solitude. I don't know, you know, have some kind of, you know, idea of where you want to go. Make sure you're seeing the bigger picture. And your future is definitely a transformation, okay, a big change. When you do that, you're taking on a big change in your life, a transformation that's going to be great, okay? And now here comes the devil. So they're back to back, and it's like something is definitely ending, and you have to claim your power and take control of yourself or of a situation. Okay, don't feel stuck. Don't give your power away, you know, and really own your situation. Boom. And that's the way that you see yourself in the devil, is like you're not in control, but you will get in control because you have the magician here saying, okay, I'm gonna have to kick you in gear. You got to know your own power and know the power of your actions, okay? So I really love that eighth position. And the eighth position is external, outside influences too. So surround yourself with positive people, but you are the positive person. When this magician comes in, no matter what position it is, it's reminding you that you are the ish and you have the power, okay? Now your fears is expressed in the Three of Wands, okay? Your fear is expressing it, but remember, you are this magician, okay? This is you, so really step into your power. And the Three of Wands, the three is communication. So how are you communicating? How are you getting prepared? Are you prepared? You need to get prepared, and you need foresight. You need to really have a vision of yourself moving forward, and that will get rid of the fear. The Temperance card, major arcana, boom, 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 okay? The Temperance is saying you need more balance, and you need to know your purpose, and you need to know that some journeys and some goals is going to take a longer time. Others will be happening sooner, but you need balance. Everything has a balance. Earth and water, fire and air, everything has a balance. Another strong message is when you're trying to get to that peaceful place, realize that everyone will hurt you. And that's a quote, that Bob Marley quote has been coming up now for months. It's like, you know, you can't, it's like a quote that's basically telling you can't run away from people hurting you, because everyone's going to hurt you. And you just have to decide, you know, which people that hurt you you're willing to stick around with, you know. So it's like your family, and it's different levels of hurt and how sensitive you are, and how thick and strong you are, and how you handle people like that and let them know your boundaries and so on. So there's a lot more to it, but the quote is really letting you know that there's a lot of people that will hurt you and different levels of hurt, so you have to understand that. But with this card is definitely talking about betrayal, right? So know your situation, and maybe you have documents signed next time, you know. Maybe, you know, it's not just going off their word, but you're like, you know, you're gonna sign this ish, you know, or it's nothing, right? So that's a strong message. The Ace of Wands is letting you know your potential. Again, this is going straight on with this reading. It's like, listen, know your worth, know your potential. This is the Ace of Wands, and the Wands is a fire. It's a strong conviction. And next to that sword with air, that's that balance I was talking about, air, okay, and fire. Okay, so it's just resonating again. And there's a wand before that, so it's like, it's kind of like a bracket right here. Yeah, it's like a bracket right here, the start of the fire and the closing of the fire, right? So we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, okay, is reminding you of your inspiration and your creativity, but your creation. You are created, okay, and you are creative, okay? Your creation and your creation of inspiration. So whenever you feel your inspiration, you do it in that moment. Don't tell yourself, oh, I have to do this first. If you're inspired, do it quickly and get it done. And that's going to bring you to your peace. So whatever your goal is, you're going to get to that peace. I feel like dropping 3 more cards. Let's drop 3 more cards of some kind of just extra, right? I feel like I'm selling newspaper here, but like extra message, right? Let's get some. Know where you're going. Study it. Know where you're going. Research where you're going. Be optimistic, okay? But while you're being optimistic, make sure that you're being treated right. This Queen of Cups is like, make sure you are being treated right. And there's love and compassion there for yourself first. And you're looking at your treasure, your jewel. You know the importance of the object you're looking at, but you're also important too. So wherever you're going, making sure that you are being treated right and you are protected, okay? So I feel like that was a very awesome, powerful one. I haven't forgotten about the main message card, okay? I have that right here in the corner. I'm going to pull it over here so we can see that. Dream. What is a dream? A dream is the idea that is in another dimension, right? And when we get that foresight, we can prepare for it. We can find out what it means. If we do, we do. If we don't, then we deal with the situation the best we can. But a dream is an idea. It's a creation. A lot of things that we utilize now was once a dream, was once an idea. Someone thought it was stupid. Someone was putting it down. And until that person was successful in it, then that same jerk that was talking ish is all up in that person's grease, right? Or they could just still be a hater, right? So, you know, you got to block certain people out. You know, we have a saying, you know, there's a saying that, you know, when you see me, act like you don't see me. When someone gets to that level, you know, they messed up. Okay, so we have dream. Okay, what is the main message, right? And we talked about dream before, but a dream, that's an idea, stepping out of a dream, stepping out of illusion, getting things done in reality. I know it was the Tower. Okay, I saw like the little, you know, what is this? The fire and the lightning. So the Tower card is a definite end to something, right? So it's either, and whenever the Tower happens, it could be so heart-wrenching and sad, but you're better off once it's done with, right? So this end could be like something that you're like, oh man, I didn't want this. This is so horrible. I really want the negativity to end, or whatever the sadness is to end, and then move forward into the positivity, right? But then the Tower could be, okay, it's a disaster. It's a complete upheaval. It's like an end that was just carrying on for too long and it needed to end. And when it ends, better things will come. So you can throw away in a positive sense, you're getting rid of the dream and now stepping into the reality, right? So if I wanted to, okay, I'd like to get another card to clarify this. One more card to clarify the Tower. And I feel like that's what it is. It's knocking off the dream and stepping into reality is what I feel, but clearing all thought and just getting another answer for this. Whoa, okay, that just popped out, and this was the top card. So that one flew out, okay, the 3, okay, and the 3 of Wands is money. Now, a way that this was expressed to me is that putting yourself in the right spot so that others can see your talent and see what you're about, and then you're getting some recognition and more work from, you know, putting yourself out there, okay? Now, it's definitely communication, okay? It's teamwork, and it's collaboration. So whatever ends is going to open up for a new relationship or a new collaborative effort, a more teamwork. So if it's with the same person, you're clearing the air, or same situation, you're clearing the air for better communication, or open it up to something way better, right? And look, it starts with a major arcana, a definite, and it's closing off with a major arcana, which is the Whirl card, okay? And the Whirl is basically letting you know that you are in control, and you have, I feel like you bounce off of this well, because if you are getting approached for your talent or your gift or whatever you have to offer, whether you're a wonderful person and a lot of people are like, hey, I'm attracted to this person, they're single, I'm gonna hit them up, you know, shoot my shot. This is work related. You worked on yourself and you're like, hey, I believe in myself. It's been a rough year, a rough 2 years, and now things are working out great for me. Great. Okay. And you're moving forward into this Whirl card experience. Okay. And it's about a completion for you. And look, you have all these 4 zodiac signs. You have Leo, you have Taurus, you have Aquarius, and I'm always forgetting the other one. But you have these signs, these other signs that are there. So you have friends and you have people that are there to help you. Okay. And these don't have to be their sun sign. This could be their moon sign or their rising sign, but you have these, and it doesn't even have to be these signs, but you have these people here that are willing to help you, and they see that you're number one, they see your strength, they see your power, they know that you are important, and they're not conceited, they're not jealous, they're there for you. They pray for you behind your back. A friend of mine posted a quote of that, you know, surround yourself with people that pray for you behind your back, right? So this is like solid, good people that don't mind helping you because you're helping yourself, and you're helping yourself, so you're creating this magic, and they're like a part of the magic you're creating. I love that, right? And it's about a completion. So, you know, stepping into the new year, you know, whenever all these different powerful celestial events happen, I'm not talking about, you know, January 1st, New Year's. I'm talking about like real ones, like you have, you know, December 25th, when the sun starts rising again. You have, I think it's February 1st, the Lunar New Year. You have springtime, March, I don't know what day it is, I can't think, but either the 20th or the 21st is the first day of spring. So you have all of these completions coming up. You can have your own astrological chart, planetary alignment coming up that is a shift for you. You know, you have the new moons, the full moons, the quarter moon, you know, the first quarter moon, the second, you know, whatever quarter moon's coming up. So you have all these different moments to tap into power and shift for yourself. You have any day of the week that you can shift energy for yourself, right? So it's a completion, and you are winning. You know, you're on top of the world, you're celebrated, okay? It's kind of like your seal of protection and good fortune, okay? And you have not one baton, but 2. So you're just like, it's like you're winning. right? But whatever this tower is that needs to end, and however painful it is, and whatever it is that needs to end, it was something that was going on for a while that needs to end. But know that your dreams are gonna be a reality and really, really amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoy this reading, and happy full moon in Gemini. Hopefully you find balance and your communication is great. Hopefully your Venus conjuncts Pluto is going to go great for you as well. And I will see you guys. Happy December. Happy winter solstice. Happy Christmas. Happy sun dying for 3 days and the sun rising again on the 25th. So just happy winter for everyone. All right, I will see you guys next time. Peace.